Light in the silence, breath before the sound, Spirit hovering gently over waters unbound, creation opening like a flower in the dawn. He spoke one word and the universe was born. Baseline rising like the pulse of the earth, every beat remembering that holy birth. When he said, let there be, the darkness broke. Land rose from the deep as the heavens awoke. Waves formed patterns like dancing wings. Birds took flight with a song that still rings. Roots sank deep in the newborn ground. Stars arranged like a prophecy crown. 6 days carved in eternal design. 7th day resting with a peace divine. A world made perfect, shaped with love. A canvas painted from the throne above. Every river carry echo of his voice. Creation humming with a sacred choice. Breath of life, dust lifted gently, touched by his head. Life froze trembling but ready to stand. In Eden's glow, humanity began. Spirit and soil joined into one plan. This is Genesis, heartbeat of the ages, where the story starts across eternal pages. From the breath of God to the garden bright, he called out good and it came to life. Reggae rhythm rolling like the ancient sea, calling every soul to the place we came to be. Genesis roots in my spirit tonight, the beginning still burning with holy light. To walk fearless in harmonies there. Love was their clothing, innocence their prayer. But a whisper coiled into the garden peace, promising wisdom that was only deceit. Hearts cracked open by a broken choice, leaves trembling at the fading of his voice. Exile came like a wind of sorrow, a shadow stolen from a bright tomorrow. Yet even in ruin, grace held tight, a promise hinted in the thinning light. One will come to crush the lie, heaven's rescuing human time. At east of Eden, the world learned pain, but hope kept glowing in the story's frame. Even in failure, love kept near, tracing a lifeline through every tear. This is Genesis, heartbeat of the ages, where the story starts across eternal pages. From the breath of God to the garden bright, he called out good and it came to life. Reggae rhythm rolling like the ancient sea, calling every soul to the place we came to be. Genesis roots in my spirit tonight, the beginning still burning with holy light. Flood and the promise, fields cry violent, hearts turn stone, earth grown heavy beneath the wrongs it known. But Noah listened as the lightning spoke, saved by obedience when the world nearly broke. Arms built the ark with thunder around, 40 days rain like a funeral sound. Yet waters whispered a melody new as a rainbow rose in covenant hues, a vow placed high in the trembling sky. Never again will our life die. Abram to Joseph, it ever inside, trusting the call though we couldn't see why. Nations unborn in the promise he heard, carried like seeds in a single word. Isaac carried blessing like a quiet flame. Jacob wrestled angels till he earned his name. 12 sons rising like tribes in bloom, stories unfolding like sweet perfume. Joseph in chains but still held firm, dreams survived through every turn. Pit to palace, sorrow to throne. Genesis showing what faith has grown, what humans twist, God realigns, turning broken roads into glorious signs. From the fall to the flood, from the desert to the dream, every thread in Genesis flows in one whole Silence shimmer like a waiting sea. Spirit hovered over what would be. One word spoken in the void unwound, light poured in with a trembling sound. Creation turning like a cosmic wheel, every beat pulsing with a truth so real. Yeah. Day by day the foundation's set, boundaries drawn where the waters met. Grass grows soft where his whispering, earth held its breath for the birth of man. Formed from the dust yet crowned with grace, image of God in a human face. Called to steward, called to tend, called to walk with the holy friend. A world designed with a subtle code, blessing woven into every note. Fruit of purpose in every land, dominion carried in open hand. Rivers tracing the garden's veins, golden onyx in hidden plains. Two hearts walking in sacred peace, harmony flowing like a warm release. Genesis echoes where beginnings rise, light unfolding beneath ancient skies. Deep foundations in the dust and air, sacred meaning in the world laid bare. From the garden's glow to the flood-torn cries, hope keeps burning where the promise lies. Genesis singing in the soul's deep room, roots of our story in creation's bloom. Serpent whisper curling low, offering knowledge they were meant to know. Choice cracked open the perfect space, fear replacing the fearless pace. Leaves became coverings for shame inside, hearts learned hiding, eyes learned pride. But even as exile began its path, mercy softened the edge of wrath. A pattern formed that the book repeats, blessing often broken by deceit. Yet every fracture held a spark, a seed of hope in the growing dark. Thorns in the soil, sweat in the fight, but love kept tracing them through the night. Even in ruin, the promise stayed, a future woven though hearts betrayed. Genesis echoes where beginnings rise, light unfolding beneath ancient skies. Deep foundations in the dust and air, sacred meaning in the world laid bare. From the garden's glow to the flood-torn cries, hope keeps burning where the promise lies. Genesis singing in the soul's deep room, roots of our story in creation's bloom. Yeah, oh, 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 yeah, 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 yeah. Cain walked heavy with a jealous fire, Abel's blood calling from something higher. A brother's cry in the ground below, a warning threaded through the seeds we sow. Lineages rising with pain and pride, cities built where the shadows hide. Yet another line kept the ancient flame set, breathing faith in a broken frame. Patterns of rivalry shape the tale, human hearts learning to win or fail. Repeated tension in every kin, Genesis showing the roots of sin. Yeah. Wickedness swelling like a stormy tide, Noah chosen to stand inside. Obedience hammering plank by plank, while the world mocked loud from the riverbank. Waters rose with a grieving roar, creation washed to its trembling core. But judgment carried a hidden grace, a rainbow lifted to mark his face. Altars built where fear gave way, worship rising with each new day. From Noah's sacrifice, smoke climbed high, a promise anchored in the clearing sky. Abraham wandered with star-filled eyes, hearing the whisper beneath the skies. Blessing meant for every land, seed of nations in a trembling hand. Hospitality to strangers unknown, angels disguised in the desert zone. Faith tested on a mountain steep, where promises trembled but love ran deep. Isaac carried the lineage flame, Jacob wrestled till he earned his name. Blessing passing through flawed man, grace returning again and again. Joseph dreamed of a higher call, brothers envied till he took his fall. Pit to caravan, silver soul, destiny wrapped in a storyboard. Chains became stepping stones of design, dreams in descending where mercy thrives, showing how purpose survives our lives. Blessing versus curse in a braided line, human choice meeting the divine. Altars marking the sacred ground, where heaven's whispers can still be found. Dreams as messages in the night, brothers wrestling for birthright, exile followed by quiet return. Stories laying for hearts that learn. Oh, Genesis echoes where beginnings rise, light unfolding beneath ancient sky. Creation's breath in a human frame, promise burning through guilt and shame. From Eden's dawn to Joseph's stand, every chapter shaped by his hand. Genesis singing through time and dust, calling us back to faith and trust. Let the beat drift like the ancient breeze, let the truth settle with holy ease. Genesis whispers beneath the noise. You were made with purpose, shaped by choice. Before time breathed its first gentle hum, silence held the universe still and numb. Waters waiting like a canvas of night, till the word stepped forward and whispered light. And light unfolded like a crown of gold, chasing every hidden corner bold. Day and night found rhythm and form, like heartbeat drums inside the newborn storm. The heavens stretched like a wide blue sail, sky divided from the ocean bed. Clouds rolling like prophets in their silent flight, calling the earth to rise from watery night. The land appeared with a trembling grace, rough stones glowing in their brand new place. Valleys carved where rivers would roll, thus preparing to become our home. One word sparked galaxies far and near, one voice lifted everything we hear. Light arise, break the ancient dark, creation singing from a single spark. Land awake, let the gardens grow, let the reggae rhythm through the cosmos flow. We carry his image like fire in our chest, born from his breath, made for his rest. Ooh, oh. Leaves climbed up from the tender soil, green light dancing through the holy tour. Seeds found purpose, roots found song, every plant knowing where it belongs. Meadows open like a gentle prayer, fragrances rising through the newborn air. The world was a chorus of living color, harmony woven from one loving father. He flung the sun like a torch in the sky, set the moon to breathe through the velvet night. Stars scattered like thoughts from his mind, lights mapping seasons, day and time. The heavens glimmered like a jeweled sea, clocking the rhythms of eternity. Each constellation a silent sign, tracing the outline of the divine. Birds took the wind like a choir wing, singing truth only creation sings. Fish glimmer deep in the oceans wide, silver choirs in the shifting tide. Creatures walk the fields with steady pace, stepping forward in the gift of grace. Every breath said holy without a sound, life bowing low on the sacred ground. Light arise, break the ancient dark, creation singing from a single spark. Sky expand, let the heavens praise, let the reggae rhythm fill the newborn day. Land awake, let the gardens grow, let rivers carry what the spirit sows. We bear his likeness in body and soul, formed from the earth yet endlessly whole. He shaped the human frame with careful hand, thus becoming destiny on Eden's land. His breath entered like a holy fire, kindling spirit will and desire. Image image of God glowing through our skin, calling us to rule, create, begin. Male and female crafted with intention, carriers of blessing, divine expression. He planted Eden with a gardener's touch, flowing river, sweetness, rich and lush. Trees of wonder in the morning light, every leaf a sermon, pure and bright. The world was harmony, work became song. Every step with them felt strong. Rest was sacred, woven into time. Peace overflowing, perfect and prime. Light arise, break the ancient dawn. Creation singing from a single spark. Walk with the maker in the garden's grace. Feel his heartbeat in this holy place. Made in his image, crowned from the start. Heaven breathing through the human heart. Eating alive with a love so true. Creation unfolding in a sacred hue. From dust to glory, from breath to beat. Humanity rising at the Father's feet. Genesis whispers what we still see today. The world began with love, and love leads the way.
Eden breathed peace like the world's first tune. River mist rising under early noon. Adam and Eve walked in unshadowed light, clothed in glory, innocence bright. Every leaf sparkled with the touch of God. Ground never scarred by thorn or clod. Work felt like worship, rest felt like praise. Heaven and earth met in all their days. But a quiet presence lived beneath the trees, a cold intention drifting on the breeze. Serpent watching with calculating eyes, voice made of honey, heart made of lies. He didn't shout, he whispered doubt, turning trust inside out. He said, did God really say? Like a seed of fear, planting suspicion in a heart once clear. He twisted the command, edited the truth, a silent attack on the heart of proof. He planted pride before the bite. Temptation always starts before sight. The garden paused, creation listened, as innocence trembled and boundaries thin. We fell in a heartbeat, fell from the glow, opened our eyes and forgot what we know. One bite tore the harmony, broke the design, turned holy simplicity into a fractured line. Eden grew distant like a song turned gray. The world changed shape when trust slipped away. The fruit looked harmless, shimmering sweet, a silent warning beneath their feet. Eve touched wisdom she wasn't meant to hold, a knowledge of good mixed bitter with bold. She gave to Adam, he didn't protest. Silence became sin, courage unexpressed. Their eyes opened, but the light grew thin, knowing good and evil doesn't cure sin. Shame rose heavy like a sudden storm, twisting their self-worth out of its form. Fig leaf stitched with trembling hands, a broken attempt at making their stand. Footsteps of cause he was blind, but to draw wandering hearts back into mine. Adam hid behind the breath of the day, blaming the woman, shifting truth away. Eve spoke honestly, confessed the deceit, her voice trembling under judgment's beat. The serpent stood silent, no word to defend, for all lies collapse when truth descends. Before the curses fell on the land, God announced a plan already at hand. A child will come from the woman's line to crush the serpent through love divine. Even in judgment, mercy began, the first spark of salvation for every man. The serpent doomed to crawl in dust, symbol of pride turned into rust. The woman carrying life through pain, yet holding the promise that hope will reign. The man to toil through sweat and land, ground resisting his trembling hand. Thorns now grew where peace once lay, work became struggle day by day. But God himself stitched garments of skin, a covering for shame, a covering for sin. The first sacrifice whispered the cost, a foreshadow of love that would save the lost. Blood was spilled so they wouldn't be bare, grace wrapped their bodies with tender care. He sent them out not just in wrath, but to guard them from a darker path. If they ate from life in their fallen frame, they live forever in broken shame. Exile hurt, but exile healed. A door closed so another could be revealed. They walk from the garden with trembling pace, tears on the edge of the human race. A flaming sword guarded paradise, a warning of sin's eternal price. Yet in their hearts a spark remains, a hope that one day the lost will be regained. We fell in a hurry, fell from the globe, opened our eyes and forgot what we know. One grace kept burning through this night, promising a dawn that would set things right. Eden may close with a fiery door, but love keeps calling, you're mine forevermore. Genesis 3 is the wound and the scar, but also the whisper of who we are. A story of brokenness, but not the end. For even in exile, God calls us friend.
Eve held new life in trembling hands, a child named Cain on untouched lands. She said, with God's help, a man is born, a spark of redemption after Eden's torn.
Another son came with gentler ways, Abel the shepherd with quiet days. Two brothers rising from broken soil, one tending flocks, one shaping toil.
One life built around sacrifice and care, one life built around labor and fear. Two paths from the rhythm of the earth, heart before hands, worship before word.
The day came near for the offering flame, each brother stepping in God's holy name. Abel brought firstborn pure and true, life alive, the oldest truth. Cain brought fruit from the ground he knew, but not the best, not the sacred few.
The fire fell warm where Abel knelt, but Cain stood cold, his insides felt. God looked deeper than the surface land, he weighed the spirit behind each hand. Favor wasn't random, cruel or blind, he read the intention inside the mind. Jealousy stirred like a gathering storm, whispers of pride took a darker form. Two brothers standing at the altar's glow. One heart rising, one sinking low. Worship or anger, blessing or blame, the world remember their hidden flame. A story of choices carved in the ground, where one voice rose and one fell down.
God drew near with a father's tone. Why is your face falling like a heavy stone? If you do right, won't you rise again? If you don't, sin waits like a beast for men. It crouches close with a hunger grim, longing to rule, but you must master him.
A door to mercy still open wide, but can't let darkness whisper beside. Before the murder, before the blood, the battle was inward, a silent flood. Sin wasn't an act, but a stalking thing, a shadow demanding to become king.
Cain said softly, brother, walk with me. But the field lay heavy with destiny, grasping low as the moment turned. Jealousy flared and innocence burned. Abel fell silent in the rising dust, first bloodshed from broken trust.
The earth absorbed what heaven heard, an unspoken cry in a single word. Abel's blood didn't die in the ground, it rose to God with a living sound. The earth became witness, the soil a name, creation itself feeling shame.
God's voice thundered in grief, not rage. Cain, where is Abel? The question stayed.
Two brothers standing at the altar's glow. One heart rising, one sinking low. Worship or anger, blessing or blame, the field remember their secret flame. A story of choices carved in the ground, where one voice rose and one fell down. I do not know,
Cain said in fear, but truth stood loud for God to hear. You spilled his life, now the ground will turn. Your hands will sow, but never earn.
a wanderer marked with a restless fate, carrying guilt like a heavyweight. But God placed protection over his name, mercy shining through rightful blame.
Even the murderer wasn't thrown aside, grace clung soft to the edges of pride. Judgment and mercy walk side by side, showing the heart God never hides.
Cain left the garden's memory behind, a restless spirit, a shattered mind. Yet even in exile, life found root, cities rising from fallen fruit.
Children shaping music, metal tints, humanity growing through consequence. Light and shadow in every line, broken beginnings but futures designed.
Though sin began with a brother's death, God let creation continue its breath. Art and craft, music and steel, evidence that grace still wants to heal. Two brothers standing at the altar's glow. One heart rising, one sinking low. The ground remembers, history knows how jealousy blooms and violence grows. Yet through the sorrow, truth breaks through. Even in darkness, God still pursues.
Genesis 4 is the wound of man, the cry in the soil, the broken plan. But woven in pain is a promised thread of future redemption for the living and dead.
A world newborn, yet the dust remembers. Sparks of Eden hiding in embers. The names like footsteps across the sand, carrying the breath of God through the land. A timeline woven with divine intention, a holy tapestry of forgotten dimension. Adam to set, the legacy begins. Not just names, but the story of sins. In our scars on the name above all. Human hearts trembling after the fall. Kina Mahalalo, the praise still clings, even when the world forgets sacred things. Jared to Enoch, the line stays alive. Walk with me, God whispers and Enoch thrives. He doesn't taste death, he crosses the veil. A hint of the future, tucked in the trail. A prophecy hidden in ordinary men. Hope coming under the weight of a wind. Every lifespan, a sermon preach. Every generation, a promise reach. Long years echo, heartbeats drawn. The shadows stretch, but so does dawn. Oh, line after line, the ages turn. Hearts made of dust still fiercely burn. Though darkness rises and the earth grows cold, a thread of mercy never lets go. Line after line until Noah stands. Name, meaning, rest placed in weary lands. One righteous soul in a storming sky. A seed of hope when the world was dying. Oh. With swollen pride, giants of power taking what they decide. Violence dances in the streets like fire. Men choking truth with their own desire. Hearts forced in envy, hands forced in spite. Shadows growing thick, blocking the light. Every thought wicked from morning to night. A world rereading wrong as right. The ruin and whispered in pain. My spirit won't strive with this world again. Tears and thunder, sorrow in the rain. But judgment is never without a holy refrain. For mercy lives even where wrath begins. A door to life inside a flood for sins. One man finds favor where all else fails. Noah hears heaven in the storm's first tales. Noah, righteous in a crooked age, standing like a single tree on a barren stage. His faith becomes a bridge between worlds. A new creation waiting to unfurl. His hands obey what the people mark. Hammering prophecy into every block. Would become refuge, pitch become shield. The ark a sermon, only the humble yield. 3 levels rising like steps of grace. Each beam a promise of a future race. Clean and unclean, they'll come in pairs. Life preserved from the world's nightmares. This is the mystery inside the flood. Judgment wrapped in redeeming love. A world reset, but not erased. The holy chord tuned back to grace. And Noah's name, rest, becomes a sign of a future savior in God's design. A whisper pointing to greater things. A shadow of mercy the Messiah brings. Line after line, the ages turn. Dust to dust, yet hearts still yearn. Though violence rose and the world fell blind, God kept a remnant in the flow of time. Line after line until Noah stands, chosen to shelter life in his hands. A light surviving the thunder's roar. A story carried to a brand new shore. From Adam's breath to Noah's ark, God guards his promise in the dark. Even when evil corrupts the ground, grace grows quiet but it grows profound. A story ancient yet still alive. A warning, a hope, a holy drive. In the flood's echo, a truth remains. God rebuilds even after the rain. Skies whisper warnings over trembling ground. Thunder curls like a serpent around. A A world unhearing, hearts turn stone. But one man listens to the holy tone. The ark stands waiting under gathering grace, a refuge carved from obedience and clay. The fountains burst from the deep below. Rain pours heavy like a long-held woe. 40 days of heaven's tears descend, washing corruption to its bitter end. People once laughing now feel the light, when justice rises in the storm of night. But inside the ark a heartbeat stays, a holy rhythm through the drowning days. Lions settle beside trembling deer, lions settle beside trembling deer. Predators hush their ancient fear. Every pair carries a future seed, life's sacred echo in the world's last need. And the waves climb higher, the memories reach. Truth curls quiet on an empty beach. The old world sinks to a watery grave. Only mercy survives on the crest of a wave. When the waters rose, the promise stood. Grace held steady where judgment could. Through the roar and rush, through the endless night, God kept his remnant in the failing light. When the world went dark, love wrote a plan, all preserved in the hands of a righteous man. When the earth reset under heaven's cry, mercy waited for the new sunrise. Months pass slow like a wounded breath, stillness floating above global death. Mountains emerge like memories return, ridges rising from a past that burns. A raven circles in a restless trance, no rest for wings in a world expanse. But the dove comes back with a leaf of green, a tiny flag claiming life's not unseen. Noah steps out on the newborn land, dust and promise beneath his hand. He builds an altar of gratitude's flame. Smoke curls up, we're carrying God's name. The Lord receives it, heart moved deep, a vow made solemn over waters sweet. Here lies the mystery the ages tell. Judgment cannot drown eternal will. For the same God who opens the sky in wrath plants a rainbow across the aftermath. 7 colors like 7 vows, heaven bending toward earth with the bow. A sign eternal for every generation, mercy outweighing devastation. When the waters rose, the promise stood. Grace held steady where judgment could. Through the roar and rush, through the endless night, God kept his remnant in the failing light. When the world reset under heaven's cry, a covenant shimmered in the clearing sky. When the storms withdrew and the earth was new, God wrote forever in fractured blue-eyed keys. Fractured blue-eyed. From Noah's sons, the world expands. New tribes form in a scattered land. Shem's line carries the sacred flame, the whisper of temples and the holy name. Japheth stretches to distant seas, nations rising in the wandering breeze. Ham's children move through southern ground, echoes of kingdoms later renowned. The table of nations spreads far and wide, humanity branching like a living tide. Languages budding, cultures grown, stories built on a seed once sown. From one preserved through the world's collapse, a map unfolds across history's land. stands after rain, a reminder carved in heaven's plain, that even when storms unmake the land, grace holds tomorrow in its open hand. From the ark star call to the nation's birth, God writes mercy on the skin of earth.
The earth still warm from the flood's retreat, footsteps soft on newborn peat. One family stretching across the plain, carrying memory of judgment's reign. One language weaving through every breath, a single rhythm that outpaced death. But unity without the holy flame becomes a shadow wearing God's name. They settled in Shinnar's open hand, a people dreaming of their own command. They whispered, let's build a kingdom tall, a tower so high it swallows the fall. A name for ourselves that storms can't erase, a monument carved in the image of our race. Bricks of pride kiln fired in the sun, ambition rising as if already won. They lifted their voices toward the cloud, not in worship but arrogant and loud. A city of self-made destiny, where God was footnote, not decree. But the ground trembled beneath their claim, for glory sought without his name turns heaven's gift into counterfeit. A staircase built where souls don't fit, and the tongues turned wild, scattered like a runaway child. Words twisted by the breath of the king, breaking the power of the pride they bring. From the towers false ascent, nations burst like light unspent. God rewire the human plan, softly humbling the heart of man. This wasn't wrath for wrath's own sake, but mercy guarding hearts that break. For if mankind united in sin, there'd be no boundary to hold them in. A single voice corrupted by pride could chain the earth in one dark stride. A kingdom of shadow crowned in stone, a world pretending it didn't need his throne. Babel was Eden in reverse, a garden traded for a human curse, where the fruit was glory carved in air, and the serpent's whisper still lingered there. You shall rise, you shall ascend, build to heaven, don't depend. The same old lie wrapped in new disguise, human hands trying to idolize. But God descended in quiet grace, not with fire, not to erase. He walked among them like morning wind, feeling the tremor of collective sin. He saw the danger in their design, a unity built on a crooked line. countless forms. Voices flutter like startled birds, mouths forming strange, untethered words. Confusion cracked the tower spine. The human dream no longer aligned. Hands dropped tools they couldn't name. Pride dissolving without its flame. And as they scattered across the earth, nations began their wandering birth. Different tongues became different songs. The world unfolding in branching throngs. Cultures rising in colors and signs. A mosaic of God's unseen design. And the tongues turn wild, scattered like a runaway child. Words unraveled under heaven's gates, redirecting the ancient ways. From the tower reaching high, people spread beneath the sky. God transformed what they began, guiding hearts toward His greater plan. Hidden inside this scattered sound is a prophecy waiting to be found. For one day fire will kiss the air, and tongues unite through holy prayer. Pentecost healing what Babel broke, Spirit rewriting every stroke. A unity born from heaven's choice, not human pride but God's own voice. The tower crumbled into dust and mist, symbol of hearts that drift. But the scattering wasn't cruelty's hand, it was rescue shaped into reprimand. A father steering wandering feet away from ruin they couldn't defeat. So Babel stands in ancient sand, a warning carved by the Maker's hand, that humans rise only when grace lifts them higher. And language fractured prepares for fire. For every tongue and every tribe will one day sing on the other side. When the tower falls and the kingdom stands, raised not by stone but by God's command.
From the line of Shem came a whisper through the ages. Names like river stones carry through forgotten pages. A family walking east with the weight of ancient stories. Terrace house in Haran, still searching for its glory. But in the quiet upholster, the dust of Abram's chest, a spark that said the journey isn't finished where you rest. Though Sarai's arms were empty and her midnight prayers within heaven breathed through barren years, my promise still begins.
Leave the shadows of your father's roof, step into roads with no map, no group. Break from the patterns the old world learned, walk toward the fire your spirit discerned.
Go, Abram, lift your eyes beyond the sand. A voice calls your name from a higher land. Every mile you walk is a seed in the divine. Every unknown step is a covenant sign. Go, Abram, let the old world fade like smoke. Carry the blessing in every word God spoke. Through the ache, through the silence, through the years unplanned, heaven builds a nation from the faith in your hand. His father's idols lingered like ghosts in the tent. But the Holy One called him with a different intent. Leave the land of your fathers, break the chain of your past. I'll make your story eternal, I'll make your name last. So he gathered his flocks, took the weight of the unknown, Sarah walking beside him as the promise was sown. Lot followed close, though his heart felt divided. The shepherds walked forward where destiny guided. Under Canaan's skies he built an altar of stone, a traveler with nothing, yet heir to a throne. Every breath was a covenant, ancient yet new, a vow in the wind and a vow in the dew. He wandered like a stranger, but carried heaven's decree. God saw nations in the dust where Abram could only see the flicker of hope in a desert wide and wild. Faith pregnant with the promise, yet unborn like a child. From a wandering heart came a lineage of light. The dawn rose from a journey that began in the night. Abram walked with trust where no footprints remained, and the world was forever touched by his faith unchained. Dust on my feet, but the vision is steady. You call my name, say Abram, be ready. Light takes the valley where the rivers gleam, but you guide me forward through an unseen dream. Two roads open, one fades fast, one knows future tied to the past. Hidden wisdom humming in the wind. Faith begins where sight grows thin. You say, lift your eyes, look far, look wide. Every corner of this land will one day be your tribe. Your voice shakes the desert like a living drum. You'll be father to nations that haven't yet come. You put stars in my sky, fire and night, promise on my path, courage in my fight. Every step taken is a seed you sow. Every barren season is a field that grows. From tears to triumph, your covenant stand. I walk your story, written by your hand. Night falls heavy with a trembling sound. Animals parted on holy ground. Darkness presses like a closing door, but your blazing presence walks the floor. A furnace of judgment, a torch of grace. God alone swears the vow in that sacred place. Hidden truth shining in the burning glow. This covenant holds because you say so. Not by my power, not by my might. You uphold your word through day and night. Even when doubts rise like a desert storm, your truth keeps every promise warm. You put stars in my sky, fire in my night, promise on my path, courage in my fight. Every step taken is a seed you sow. Every barren season is a field that grows. From tears to triumph, your covenant stands. I walk your story, written by your in sin, but an angel meets her with a gentle command. You're seen, you're known, your child will rise. God hears your tears beneath these skies. Hidden point blooming in the scorching heat. When people fail, your mercy doesn't retreat. You see the lonely in the desert gloom. You turn wandering hearts into living wombs. Sodom glows, wicked like a trembling flame, but Abraham prays, calling out your name. Judge with justice, but show your grace. Bold intercession in a fearful place. Before priesthood, altar, temple, stone, a man stands pleading at your throne, revealing a mystery whispered through time. Mercy and justice move in the same line. Then Isaac cries like a sunrise song. Sarah laughing after waiting so long. Joy comes running from a barren year, proof you work where doubt appears. But joy must climb Moriah's height, where shadows test the soul at night. I'm here, says Abraham, your will be done. A trembling father, a promised son. Knife raised high, but heaven breaks through. Abraham, stop, I provided for you. A ram in the thorns with its silent plea. Prophecy pointing to Calvary. You put stars in my sky, fire in my night. Promise on my path, courage in my fight. From covenant flame to the ram you provide. Your story flows forward like an endless tide. From Sarah's joy to her final breath. Your faithfulness rises stronger than death. Generation to generation, the promise still lands. I'll walk your story written by your hand. You turn wanderers into fathers. You turn waiting into work. You turn old age into laughter. You turn dust into birth. You turn fear into worship. You turn ashes to sea. Your covenant is the flame, our obedience is the lead. Sarah rests in the silent cave, but the promise leaves past every grave. Footprints fading on ancient lands, yet the future still blooms from Abraham's hands. For when you speak, eternity stands, and I walk your story written by your hand. Oh, written by your hand. Abraham prays with a trembling breath. Find a bride for my son, let the light choose the rest. His servant rides out through the desert glow, whispers a prayer where the cool waters flow. Rebecca steps in with a kindness bright, drawing water like dawn, pulling gold in the night. Chosen by heaven, she answers the call, and Isaac receives her, a peace over all. Two streams now meet in the promised line, a quiet seed forming in the roots of time. Genesis sings to the dust of the land, a story shaped by an unseen hand. From desert roads to dreams in the sky, grace keeps rising where the old wounds lie. Jacob running, Jacob wrestling fire till the night breaks open and he's called Israel. Two brothers born as the nations wait. Esau first steps through the gate. Jacob follows, holding the heel, carrying a fire only heaven can seal. Esau hunts with the wild in his chest. Jacob stays near with the quiet and blessed. One bowl of stew, a moment unplanned. The birthright shifts like wind through the sand. Isaac grows dim in the shadow and light. Blessing passes in a trembling night. Esau cries out with a wounded roar. Jacob flees fast through the wilderness floor. Jacob dreams ladders where angels glide. Voices of promise move through the air. Your children will rise like the dust everywhere. He wakes with awe shaking through his bones, marks that place with oil on stone. Journey continues, heart half broken, running from wrath, yet wrapped in a token. Laban's land glows with a hopeful start. Rachel shines bright and captures his heart. 7 long years feel light as breath, but the wedding veil adds a holy test. Leah steps in where the shadows play, a twist of fate in the ancient way. 14 years, 2 brides, 1 thread. 12 suns rising where the promises spread. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah's name, Issachar, Zebulun, shaping the flame. Joseph and Benjamin closing the ring, a future kingdom about to sing. Jacob grows strong as the herds expand, but tension rises in Laban's land. Time to return where the fear still waits. Esau's shadow at the homeland gates. Angels surround him in a hidden band, guiding each step back to promised land. Night falls heavy by the silent brook. Jacob stands trembling at all he took. A stranger appears in a swirling gleam, wrestling in deep like a living dream. Hours pass under stars that burn. Strength meets weakness at every turn. Hips struck low, yet spirit alive. He clings to the first red edges of sunrise. Bless me, Jacob cries. Fire reflected in his tear-lit eyes. Name transformed in a breaking dawn. Israel rises where Jacob was drawn. Scar on his walk, glory in his breath. Marked by heaven and wrestled through death. Esau embraces with a mercy rare. Old fear melting in fraternal air. Rachel gives life to a son so dear. Benjamin's cry cuts the sky so clear. But Rachel fades on the roadside cold. A heartbreak etched in stories told. Jacob buries love with trembling hands. It carries a promise to distant lands. From desert vows to the angels fight. From birthright tears to dawn's new light. Genesis shapes every rise and fall. A lineage lifted by a sacred call. Israel walks with a wounded stride, but heaven keeps beating on his side. Serving on the road where the desert winds blow. Praying guide my steps, tell me where to go. Stops by a well in the heat of the day. Show the chosen one, Lord, point the way. Rebecca walks in with a kindness bright, drawing up water like a river of light. Come with me now, heaven whispers soft. Isaac receiver and the promise lives soft. 2 lives weaving in the holy design. Roots growing deep in the covenant line. Jacob rising, Jacob dreaming, Jacob running where the Spirit's leading. Blessing shifting, birthright stealing, broken hearts but a story healing. He fights through the night till the dawn breaks real. Falls as Jacob but he stands as Israel. Esau born first with a strength untamed. Jacob behind with a heart unframed. 2 sons wrestling in the womb before. 2 nations rising from a single door. Esau hungry after hunting long. Jacob cooking with the sun so strong. 1 bowl now and the future turns. Birthright traded as the fire burns. Isaac grows weak in the evening near. Jacob received what Esau prepared. Esau weeps loud with a brother's aid. Jacob runs fast for his life's own sake. Jacob bawling, Jacob dreaming, Jacob running where the Spirit's leading. Blessing shifting, birthright stealing, broken hearts but a story healing. He fights through the night till the dawn breaks real. Falls as Jacob but he stands as Israel. Traveler alone, Jacob sleeps with his head on stone. Heaven opens in a radiant stream, angels climbing in a living dream. Your seed will spread through the earth below. I will guard every place you go. He wakes in awe where the visions fell, marks the stone as the gate of hell. Fear behind him, promise before, grace keeps opening every door. Jacob rising, Jacob dreaming, Jacob running where the Spirit's leading. Blessings shifting, birthright stealing, broken hearts but a strophen's healing. Reuben, Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar, Zebulun, sons that move you. Joseph dreaming with a future bright, Benjamin born in the fading light. Blessings grow in the herds he owns, but trouble stirs in Laban's zones. Time to return where the past remains. Esau's shadow in the distant plains. Jacob prays with a trembling call, Lord, protect us if my brother stands tall. Angels guard him in a secret ring, peace unfolding in everything. River runs dark in the midnight air. Jacob stands caught in a heart's old snare. A stranger grips him with a holy might, wrestling deep through the whole long night. Hip goes weak, but his will stays strong. He clings to the figure till the break of dawn. Bless me now in a flame of zeal. Your name is Israel. You endured and you heal. Jacob fighting, Jacob healing, Jacob walking with a deeper meaning. Fear dissolving, mercy sealing, old wounds fading as the truth is revealing. He limps through the light but his soul stands still, marked forever as the chosen Israel. Esau runs close with forgiving eyes, brotherly peace in the morning skies. Rachel fades on a road so cold, Jacob grieving as the tale unfolds. Benjamin cries where the tears fall wild, promise carried in the last born child. From desert roads to the ladder above, from broken past to unfailing love. Jacob rises where the shadows fall, Israel standing through the ancient call. Scar in his step, fire in his soul, God reshaping what the years stole. Dust to promise, pain to grace, Israel walking in a chosen place. Oh, oh, yeah, oh. Joseph walking with a fire inside, dreams unfolding like a rising tide. Sun and moon bowed down to me. He speaks the vision he was born to see. Brothers burning with a jealous flame, whispers turning into twisted blame. Coat of colors catching desert light, the blood is falling in the heat of spite. Thrown in the pit where the shadows cling, sold away for a silver ring, but destiny moves in a hidden line.
Grace still working through the broken design.
Dreamer rising, chains unbinding. God is moving when the world stops finding. From the prison to the royal seal, from betrayal to a love made real. Famine shaking every nation's field, but Joseph stands where the heavens yield what they meant for harm.
God turned to gold.
Dreamer rising as the story's told. Caravan rolling under desert sky. Joseph's soul where the market cries. Potiphar sees he is blessed and wise. Favor shining in the servant's eyes, but
Lies fall sharp from a wicked tongue. Hands now bound, though he did no wrong.
thrown again where the cold walls ring. Yet even in chains, God shapes the king. Two men dream in the silent night, vision trembling in the candlelight. Joseph listens with a steady mind, reads the meaning that others can't find.
Years pass by till Pharaoh dreams, 7 thin cows and 7 streams. None can read what the symbols mean. Joseph's call from the prison scene.
Spirit speaks through the humble one, a warning famine before it's begun. Pharaoh lifts him with a royal hand, second ruler in the ancient land.
Granaries rise where the wheat was stored. Egypt lives through the mercy of the Lord.
Dreamer rising, wisdom guiding nations, hungry with the drought dividing. Bread in Egypt where the fields went dry, Joseph shining like a holy sign. Brothers come with their empty sack, never knowing who is looking back, what they meant for harm.
God turned to gold.
Dreamer rising as the truth unfolds. Joseph tests him with a watchful eye, seeing if envy still lives or dies. Silver cup in Benjamin's pack, he watches the weight press into their backs.
Judah steps forward with a pleading cry. Love now burning where hate once lay. Joseph breaks in a flood of tears, reveals that the truth after all those years.
Bring my father, bring the clan. God has moved through every plan. Jacob trembles with a grateful heart, life returning where grief tore apart.
70 souls in a caravan line, crossing borders by the hand divine.
Joseph holds him in a long embrace, years of sorrow washed by grace. Jacob blesses his sons one by one, prophecies glowing like the eastern sun. Then he rests in the father's land, carried home by Joseph's hand.
After the morning and the dust has passed, Joy still stands faithful at last. He tells his brothers with a steady breath, no more fear of revenge or death.
You meant harm, but God rolled good, turning pain into bread for the neighborhood. Years roll on till his story ends, bones awaiting God's promise again. Dreamer rising, story winding, God redeeming, truth reminding. Coat torn up, but the heart stayed whole. Prison couldn't cage the anointed soul. From pit to throne, from loss to grace, Joseph lived in a sacred space. What they meant for harm,
God turned to gold.
dreamer rising through the ages told.
Hope grows deep where the trials fall.